So I'm here with the miserable liberal and Ron Placone. How are you?
Howdy,
Hola.
howdy.
So Jeff Sessions has announced they're going to try and they're going to look in the prosecute Julian Assange and WikiLeaks, and so I just want to straighten everybody out on this. Alex Emmons, he says he tweeted out a quote from he said, "This is James Goodall, a lawyer for the New York Times in the 1971 Pentagon Papers case, explaining why the United States must not prosecute Julian Assange." So he's linking to a lawyer who defended the New York Times during the Pentagon Papers in 1971. And so here's what that lawyer has to say. I'll read it to you. I'll put it up really as big as I can so you can read it. It says, Assange sought out secret information by setting up a private website for the anonymous transmission of information to him. Journalists asking sources to reveal secrets is the essence of journalism. This is the lawyer for the New York Times who defended the New York Times against this kind of similar accusation in 71. And here's the important part. He says, the only thing that has changed is the online chats and a digital submission system have replaced meeting over a cup of coffee and a P.O. box. So that's all that's really changed. They're still asking sources to reveal secrets. While charging Julian Assange with conspiracy to commit espionage could be more accurately characterized as charging him with a conspiracy to commit journalism.
Huh.
I'll read that to you again. Charging Julian Assange with conspiracy to commit espionage could be more accurately characterized as charging him with conspiracy to commit journalism. Starting here, while Assange's role may seem passive compared with the image of hard-driving reporters of the past, journalism is quite different today. News is gathered through the use of the internet, with reporters sitting at their desks. So that's the New York Times lawyer who defended the New York Times in 1971, defending Julian Assange and WikiLeaks, saying that's what they did is what journalism is. And so, and then Bradley P. Moss Esquire. Oh, I love guys with Esquire. I want to be Esquire. Isn't that what that is? Esquire.
Yeah.
Esquire means like a lawyer in another country. Isn't that what they call him?
I'm not sure how one gets that
How do you
designation.
get that?
To tell
I
you
like
the truth.
that Esquire. I want to be called Esquire. Anyway,
It's pretty cool.
or Conquistador. It's like being called Conquistador, right? Jimmy Conquistador. That's what you could call me. My first name's Conquist. So he says, so Bradley P. Moss Esquire says every single major media outlet, liberal or conservative, has at one time or another published stories relying on leaked classified info. And he links to a video of Jeff Sessions being interviewed on CNN. Glenn Greenwald also tweets out that same video, and he says, can this be what causes big media outlets to set aside their hatred of WikiLeaks and start denouncing and resisting this real attack on press freedom? Because that's what's happening. So, all the mainstream news media has been, and everybody, establishment, the plutocrats have been dumping on WikiLeaks because they've been revealing secrets about our government that nobody wants to get out. Stop it. WikiLeaks was telling all about the war crimes we're committing in Iraq, and now they're telling all the collusion between the DNC and the Hillary Clinton campaign and all that malfeasance. Stop! Everybody wants them to shut up. So Glenn Greenwald's saying, well, maybe now that they're going to start prosecuting WikiLeaks for doing journalism, maybe the other news reporters will start to, maybe we're next, and maybe this is what makes them stand up and resist and get on the side of truth. So here they are interviewing Jeff Sessions, the Attorney General, on CNN, and listen to this.
Should folks be concerned that this would also open up news organizations like CNN or the New York Times to prosecution?
That's speculative, and I'm not able to comment on that.
That's because it's a yes.
Not able to comment on that. Yeah, we might. He didn't say no, we're not going to start prosecuting. I can't comment on it. That's speculative. Are you happy now? Are you happy now? Are the Democrats still screaming like WikiLeaks? Let's prosecute them. Let's see. I bet they will be. So under that tweet of this video, this is what literally people said. Are you ready for this? This is what people say. This is the first tweet underneath that video. WikiLeaks is not a news organization. That's what that guy says. And then the guy responds saying, she asked specifically about real news organizations, and he avoided the question. That should be a warning sign. And then right
Brian,
underneath
agreed.
that, CNN is not real news. So I'll see your fake news and raise you. Yeah, Trump says CNN is fake news. Bitchy liberal says WikiLeaks is not. So, by the way, that's why I'm not a liberal, because liberals are not liberal. Liberals are establishment, head in the sand jackasses. Read this book. Read this book by Thomas Frank. Get it on audiobook. I play it in my car. Listen Liberal by Thomas Frank. This is the book. Will tell you what's wrong with fucking liberals. What's wrong with liberals is they're not also liberal.
Hey, by the way, a quick side note. So, Esquire, in the United Kingdom, it means you're of a higher social rank. You're like above a gentleman, but right below a knight, typically. Oh. In the United States, it just means you're a lawyer.
Oh, that's what I thought.
So, yeah. Yeah,
So
that's
if
all it means here.
Okay. Imagine if you go to England and call yourself Esquire. It's like calling yourself, I'm a knight.
Pretty close, yeah.
So I just love that. So there you go.
Should folks be concerned that this would also open up news organizations like CNN or the New York Times to prosecution?
That's speculative, and I'm not able to comment on that.
First they came for WikiLeaks, and I did not speak out.
And then they came for the YouTubers, and I said nothing because I was not a YouTuber. And then they came for CNN, and I didn't say anything because I wasn't CNN. And then they came for me, and there was no one left to say anything.
Because Bill was drunk in a gutter.
Because Bill O'Reilly was out grabbing. So, be careful what you wish for down in Brazil. Be careful what you wish for, Rachel Maddow. Be careful what you wish for. I would love to see them prosecute you. I would love to see that happen. Get a taste of your own medicine. Wagging your finger at real journalists, doing real journalism. Down in Brazil. Ugh. Okay.